Federal agents want every St. Louisan to answer before saying yes to a favor. Would you take 15 years in prison for a friend? That is the real price of buying a gun for someone else, and today the ATF brought that warning here. Our political editor Mark Maxwell was at the federal building downtown for the press conference warning the public about straw purchases.
Yeah, in the immediate aftermath of a deadly shooting, homicide detectives follow the gun. In many cases, that paper trail can lead directly from the crime scene back to a gun counter. And if the signature they find there is yours, you could do serious time, even if you didn't pull the trigger. Before a single shot is fired or any blood is spilled, federal agents say a crime has often already been committed in ink.
The first crime committed with many crime guns isn't committed on the streets. It's committed at the gun counter.
Bernard Hansen runs ATF operations from Kansas City through St. Louis. Wednesday, he revived a 26-year-old national awareness campaign, 8 million ads, serving up one warning. Federal law says lie on that form and you face up to 15 years. Congress raised those penalties, and prosecutors here are using them.
Just last month, a Ferguson man admitted to purchasing 27 firearms on behalf of others. Those firearms were later recovered at crime scenes in Missouri, Illinois, and Arkansas.
Court records identify that man's name as Lamondre Hayes. According to his plea, signed federal forms 27 times to facilitate the straw purchase of 27 firearms, including 2 Glocks bought with a convicted felon standing right beside him, some of that cash coming from the felon himself. One of those guns crossed into Columbia, Illinois, where prosecutors say a carjacker shot his victim.
Every illegal firearm purchase prevented is potentially a shooting, homicide, or victimization that never has to occur.
So how does an ordinary person end up facing a felony like this? Agents say the recruiter needs your clean record and offers cash or friendship to borrow it. The test they offer is a simple one. If the buyer's legal, he doesn't need you. And if he needs you, ask yourself why.
If you buy a firearm for someone who cannot legally buy one themselves, or someone who simply doesn't want their name attached to that gun, you've committed a federal felony.
A federal felony carrying up to 15 years behind bars. One thing the ATF couldn't quite tell us today, how many of this region's unsolved shootings began with a straw purchase. They've told us they hope to find that number out. Haynes will learn his sentence September 2nd.
Coming up.